Hello dear friends, Chef to Yourself is again with you. I'm Jim Davis, and behind the camera is Svetlana Davis, my co-producer, inspirator and cameraman.
Hello!
Dear friends, today I'd like to introduce you to a very simple recipe. But simple doesn't mean it's not tasty. On the contrary, this particular recipe is extremely tasty, and moreover, it's very functional, because under certain conditions, i.e. in the fridge, this particular dish could be kept up to 5 days. It's tasty when it's cold, it can be taken to the lunchbox, you can put it in the lunchbox of your kids to school, take it with you for an office lunch, whatever. So let me introduce you to this recipe. We're gonna roast pork loin. Look how beautiful it is. And then let me introduce the very simple ingredients. There is nothing special, just coarse salt, freshly ground pepper, Dijon mustard, and Hungarian sweet paprika. That's it. Guys, let's start. Look at, again, I just cannot help myself not to draw your attention to this beautiful pork loin. It's very lean, it's just a little bit of fat, but without fat it's going to be very dry. And another thing, look, it's all tied up, and I strongly recommend you to do so if you're not buying it already tied up, because it helps to preserve the form. First of all, we're going to use coarse salt and give this wonderful piece of meat a little massage. Let's turn it around. Let's just take some salt from here. I believe that's enough. Then, as I told you, freshly ground pepper. It depends on your taste. If you like on the spicy side, put some more. On this side too. Okay, let's do this. Just clean it up. Almost ready. Now, very important thing. Now we should put mustard right on this loin. Let's take the bottom. Just using normal spoon. But don't save on mustard. We need an essential amount of it. Mustard will give it absolutely unique taste. Trust my word, guys. It will be a unique taste. So a bit more. And then stir it again. Some more. Here we go. Try to spread mustard evenly. Probably I'm not showing you the best example, but at least you guys try. And I believe now a very important ingredient, Hungarian paprika. You would ask why, and I would answer. Because this paprika, besides that it will add to us to our unique taste, it will get a wonderful crust when we roast it. So let's sift some. And then we're turning it again. And putting paprika on this side. Now guys, our loin is ready to go to the oven. Let's put it into the dish. Based on my experience, best dishes for roasting. Usually it's ceramic dishes. So that's why I'm going to use one. And our loin will fit into that perfectly. Okay guys, the last thing we should do before we send our loin into the oven, it's to make sure that this loin will be juicy and tender. Well, those spices we put on already will help it. But definitely we cannot roast it without some liquid. Well, there are different opinions about this liquid we should put into the oven. Some prefer to use stocks, chicken stock, beef stock. Some prefer to use, let's say, white or red wine. Some prefer to use even beer. I'm not so sophisticated. I would use just normal water. For this particular amount of meat, I would use probably half a cup of water, or 122 milliliters. So let's do it. Let's put some water into our dish. You know, even less than that, guys. I believe that a 1/3 of a cup for this particular dish will be enough. And we'll see. You can always add some water while watching when it's being roasted. And now to the oven. Well, let's put it into our oven and put our settings. Okay, roast. And another thing, guys, keep it in mind, to get a real juicy meat, especially pork, you should be patient. We should use a lower temperature for a longer time, but believe me, it is worth of it. So we'll put it to 350 degrees and for an hour. Now let's go. Well guys, an hour has passed. We're almost there. Let's take a look. Well, I guess it's ready. Well, hey, my friends, look at this beauty. Isn't it beautiful?
Yes.
Okay, let's take a look what we've got here. Wow. First cut. Always exciting. Look at this, guys. Look how juicy it is. Look. The juice just running out of this meat. And who said that pork is dry? It seems to me it's right on the contrary. Well, dear friends, I'd like to introduce two ways of serving it. Although I really do believe there are many more ways to serve this dish. This one, it's like a sandwich with some pickles and tomatoes and Roman lettuce. And this way, you can serve for dinner or lunch with some asparagus, boiled potatoes, and tomatoes. Horseradish sauce and mustard would be nice with this dish. And speaking about some pairing of this dish, well, usually pork goes very well with beer. That's a strict German belief. But I believe it really can go well with some wines. For example, like some even complicated wines from French Bordeaux or nice California heritages. This is Bordeaux. And this glass I'd like to drink for you, our dear friends, who's got patience and learning something new for them, which is good. And for your health, for being really good chefs for yourselves. And there's always time for cooking. We'll see each other really soon.